Brow class. So today we are going to be learning to add two-digit numbers with crossover, and we're going to be using base 10 to do it. So hopefully you've looked at the video before where I'm showing you how to use paper to create the base 10 pieces. I'm going to be using the base 10 because I'm in school at the minute, so I've got the resources here, and also then you can see it colour wise. So I've got some calculations here. My first one says 53 add 28. So the first thing we need to do is we need to represent the first add end, and the first add end is 53. So if I put in my 10s and 1s on my number 53, so if I label them, I know there are 5 10s in 53 and there are 3 1s. So that means I need to get 5 10 pieces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what I've done is I've got a blank piece of paper and I've just drawn a line down the middle and a line across the top, and I've put my 10s and 1s in. Now I've got 5 10s here, so I know they need to go in my 10s column. So I'm going to put my 5 10 pieces in my 10s column. Hopefully you can see that a bit better now. So I put my 5 10s, because there's 5 10s in 53. Now I need to get my 3 1s. So I'm going to get 1, 2, 3, and I place these in the 1s column. So that's my first add end. So my first add end was 53. Now I need to represent my second add end, and my second add end is 28. Again, I'm going to put my 10s and 1s on just to help me and double check that I'm representing that two-digit number correctly. So I've got 2 10s and 8 1s. So now I'm going to get the 2 10s, 1, 2, and I'm going to place them underneath. So you can see on my piece of paper, I've got my 5 10s here, my 3 1s there, then I've got my 2 10s here. And then I'm going to get the 8 1s for my 28 underneath like this. So I've represented the add ends first. The next thing we need to do is we need to add up the 1s first. We always add up the 1s first to double check whether we have any of that crossover or we need to carry anything. So I'm going to count the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now there are 11 1s, and we know that those 11 1s cannot stay in the 1s column, because if I write the number 11 and I put my 10s and 1s on it, you can see that the number 11 has 1 10 in it, and a 10 has to stay in the 10s column, not the 1s column. So now what I need to do is I need to carry over, or it's also called exchange. I need to exchange 10 of these 1s into one of these 10s. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got my 10 1s, and I'm going to exchange them for one of these 10s. So I'm going to go get another 10. So here's the 10 that I've exchanged, and now I can add this 10 to my 10s column. So I have added the 1s. I have seen that the number 11 has 1 10. So I know that I need to exchange the 10 1s for one of those 10s. That's this one. So I've put my 1s at the side. I've exchanged it for my 1 10. I've placed my 1 10 underneath so you can all see. And now I'm going to add my 10s and my 1s. So I've got how many 1s left? I've just got 1. So I've got 1 1. And now I need to add my 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer for 53 add 28 is 81. So that's how to do it using the physical stuff. Now I'm going to show you how you do it on the worksheet that I provided you with. So we're going from the physical stuff that you've got at home or pictorial version. So I'm going to show you how to do it here, hopefully upside down. So we're going to represent that number by drawing. So we're going to draw the 10s, we're going to draw the 1s. I always draw the 10s using a line, and I always draw the 1s using a little square. So again, we need to represent that first add end. So the first add end is 53. It has 5 10s. So in my 10s column here, I'm going to draw 5 10s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see that here. Then I'm looking at my 1s column for that first add end. Well, it's 3. So in the 1s column, I'm going to draw 3 squares to represent my 1s. So I've got 5 10s and 3 1s. That's my first add end represented. Now I need to represent the second add end. So I'm going to do this in a different colour so you can see where I'm placing it. The boxes underneath is where you're going to be placing and representing that next add end. So I've got 28 as my next add end. It has 2 10s, so I'm going to draw 2 10s. It has 8 1s. So again, I'm going to draw those 8 1s by drawing the squares. Okay, so hopefully you can see here, I've got my 53 here and my 28 here. I've represented the 2 add ends. Now I need to add the 1s first. So this column here needs to be added first. So I know there's 3 here. I don't need to count those 3 individually, but I can count on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And over here on this side, if you've got room, or even over here, you can write that number 11. This always helps me when I'm adding, when there's an exchange. So I can see that in the number 11, there is 10 and there is a 1. Squares to represent my 1s. So I've got 5 10s and 3 1s. That's my first add end represented. Now I need to represent the second add end. So I'm going to do this in a different colour so you can see where I'm placing it. The boxes underneath is where you're going to be placing and representing that next add end. So I've got 28 as my next add end. It has 2 10s, so I'm going to draw 2 10s. It has 8 1s. So again, I'm going to draw those 8 1s by drawing the squares. Okay, so hopefully you can see here, I've got my 53 here and my 28 here. I've represented the 2 add ends. Now I need to add the 1s first. So this column here needs to be added first. So I know there's 3 here. I don't need to count those 3 individually, but I can count on 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And over here on this side, if you've got room, or even over here, you can write that number 11. This always helps me when I'm adding, when there's an exchange. So 1 10 in 11, hopefully you can see that. So there's 1 10 in 11, and I know that that 10 cannot stay in the 1s column. So what I need to do now is I need to exchange 10 of those 1s for 1 10. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to cross out 10 of the 1s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see how I've done that? And then because I've exchanged, I haven't subtracted those 1s, I've exchanged them, and I've exchanged 10 1s for 1 10. So I'm then going to draw that 1 10 in the 10s column. So hopefully you can see it in green. So I've added the 1s, I've found out there's 11 1s altogether. I've exchanged the 10 1s and made them into 1 10. And now I can see how many 1s I've got and how many 10s I've got altogether. So I have only one 1 left over. So there's only 1 1 that's not been crossed out. Just like this. And then my 10s, I know there's 5 10s at the top because this was 53, my first add end. So now I'm going to add on those 3 to that 5. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So my answer is 81. Now see if you can have a turn, completing the rest of your worksheet, representing those add ends, exchanging the 10 1s for 1 10, and working out the calculation.